So the next trap is what we call as Steiner trap. Steiner. A Steiner trap. This kind of trap is for you to sample fruit flies, the Bactrocera. Fruit flies, so it is specifically for fruit fly because this Steiner trap, we're going to put some lure, attractant, what we call as super lure. You can buy this from any agriculture stores, product stores. You can buy, we call it as a fruit fly attractant. The chemicals that we use here, the scientific name is it's a methyl eugenol. Okay? It is specifically to attract fruit fly. So meaning that the only thing that you can find from the trapping is only fruit flies. So normally people will have this kind of trap to monitor or to trap any pests in their fruit farms or fruit orchards. So normally you can buy the one is a commercial one, but instead of doing that, maybe a little bit expensive, you can actually make it with a bottle, a mineral bottle. And the first thing that you need to do is you will make a hole in the middle. Actually, this hole is too small. You just make it a little bit wider. So normally you make a hole by using a very hot rod that you just, you burn it for a while, then you will make a hole. So the size of the hole, just make sure that the size of a fruit fly. I think this is too small. So in the middle part, okay, this is where the fruit fly will enter. So next, you will make a hole on the cap, just like this one, and you will insert a metal rod like this inside the hole. So you just have to make sure that we are going to insert the rod inside the container, and just make sure that the end of the rod is actually in the middle of the container. So you want it to hang just nice, surrounding at the level of the hole. So you don't want it to be lower than the hole. So the reason is that once the attractant that we're going to put inside the rod is actually have to be in the middle, at the hole level. Don't make it too low below the hole that you have made at the middle. Okay, so you have to adjust it. So like this one, maybe it's too low, you want it to be a little bit higher like this. Okay, so next, once you have already set the level, you take a cotton, wrap it nicely on the rod, right? Then take the methyl eugenol, the attractant, and dip it, not too much actually, because the smell comes from the methyl eugenol. You don't have to put it, you don't have to soak it wet, just a little bit, because insect can actually, like we have learned from the sensory system, they can actually using the antenna, they can detect quite far from the actual source of smell. So that's it. If you put it in your fruit orchards and it's a fruiting season, the minute you open the bottle, the minute you put it on the cotton, you can see fruit fly coming already, to the trap. So install it nicely. As I mentioned, make sure it is nicely on the middle at the hole level, and you don't want it to be touching on the wall of the container like this. You want it to be hanging in the middle. Okay, so just make sure before you install this at any tree, make sure that you wipe clean the outer surface, because just now you have actually touched the metal eugenol. If let's say there is a smell, any chemicals remaining, you know, at outside of the container, what will happen is that they only will come outside part. They will not enter the hole that we have made, yeah, at the middle. So just make sure wipe really well outside so that there's no more smell coming from the outside wall. So you set the Steiner trap, hang it on the tree. So as I mentioned, it has to be in the middle. See, the fruit fly is coming already. Can you see here? So it can smell already. So the problem is maybe because of the hole. If it is too small, it cannot enter. As I mentioned just now, you have to wipe clean the outer surface so that it will not, you know, just play around, you know, be attracted to the outside layer. So you can see just now, I hope we managed to capture the fruit fly just now. See? Can you see the fruit fly coming? That's a lot. Oh, that's a surprise. I don't see any fruit in my park here. So you can see, so it is in the middle, hanging right in the middle, doesn't touch the surface, I mean the cotton. So make the hole a little bit bigger of the size of a fruit fly so they can easily enter. So once they are inside there, they will not come out because the attractant actually will make them remain there. Do you know that the attractant used here, the metal eugenol, is some sort like the same smell produced by the female. So the only fruit fly that will enter inside the Steiner trap is the male insects, the male fruit fly, because the smell is the smell of a female fruit fly. So this is a Steiner trap. Very focused to capture fruit fly. See? This is the reason I didn't wipe out the surface outside, so it's kind of trying to find the way in. But since that it is covered with metal eugenol outside, you know, it cannot enter in. These are some of our results that we have. We managed to catch some fruit flies that's already entered our Steiner trap. Can you see that? So they are all inside. They cannot go out. Not that they don't want to, but because they're just attracted to the metal eugenol smell. So they will remain in the Steiner trap, and if you leave it longer, it will just die inside the Steiner trap. So these are one of the very effective methods to control fruit fly in the fruit orchards or in the fruit farms.